Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Chasing the Whimsy. I'm your host Ben, and returning we have
Liam,
how you doing, Liam?
good.
Uh, we missed you the last couple of weeks. Why did we miss you?
Just 1 week.
This one,
The week before that, I missed.
yeah. Where were you? What you been up to? It's
Taking a break, like I said.
not even just a break. What kind of break is it?
Spring break.
There we go, baby. You go Cancun. Go to Miami.
No.
What'd you end up doing?
Sitting in my room most of the days and just playing video games with my friends and not leaving my room all day.
Like the normal teen do nothing type spring break, huh?
I needed it.
No, for sure, man. Because I'm trying to think. When was the last time we saw you here? Or like we never talked about. Did we talk about your? Hold on, I'm gonna pull up the episodes. I don't think we talked to you since you came back from national, or you won your spot.
Needed.
Did you?
Yeah.
See, I'm all over the place now, man. You said you wanted to take a break, so you took a break. I like it.
Uh-huh.
You guys, did you end up going anywhere, doing anything with any of your friends?
Huh?
Did you end up going anywhere or doing anything with your friends?
I just went with my friends. Like, we did one hangout and we went to like this rando card shop and stuff. It was like really cool and it was very hidden. And there's a bunch of rando stuff in there. And then went home, went swimming while it was raining.
You don't get a lot of rain. One day we did. Did you get it really bad out there?
Yeah.
Did you? That's the first time you ever swam in the rain?
Yeah.
Uh,
Because usually they like thunderstorms.
but you're like fearless right now.
Yes.
Are you meant? So, do you think you're mentally prepared for uh, to get ready to start preparing for?
Yeah.
Like you're totally good. And like we're out of break time. It's now go time. Start
Yeah,
practicing.
it's go time now.
Yeah.
My coach is probably gonna. I'm gonna talk to him tomorrow, and I'm probably gonna hear something that he says, and I'm just gonna be like, okay, that'll be my go time switch. But
Because you figure we figured it's in July, right? So we're April, May, June. So you got 3 months. We'll call it 3 months to prepare for a new weight class, get your head in the game. And are you going to be able to practice your the other styles?
hmm
Are you excited to just start wrestling those other styles?
I'm always excited to wrestle freestyle because freestyle's very fun, and Greco, it's
Because it's intense. Did you like the did you watch the live stream or did you just bail out?
no, I did, but you got some of it wrong.
I mean,
You forgot the over the head throws are 5. When you arch your back, that's 5 points, and then when you just
the 2 to 5 point takedowns.
no the throws
Oh, just okay for the throws for which style?
both.
Well, to be fair, I did put that together in like 12 hours,
hmm
so not too bad. Found a couple decent clips. It was interesting. Uh, Real quick, what's going on in the wrestling world?
Well, Penn State won I think their 3rd title in a row, their national title. They're gonna be unstoppable for a very long time. But it was the biggest wrestling upset in national
So,
history.
so who is the biggest person going into this event? What was his name?
Gable Stevenson
Gable Stevenson, best in the world,
won an Olympic gold medal.
Olympic gold medalist, goes to said tournament. Who does he go against?
Wyatt Hendrickson, I think his name is.
And who is this guy? He just a college kid?
Yeah, I think he was the 2nd seed, but no one had him beating Gable Stevenson at all.
Okay, so he's so huge props to him. Number one, number two going against each other. Like you're on number one, you got a gold medal. He's got all that
Because what
experience.
happened with Gable Stevenson is that he wrestled 3 years, I think, won three national titles, left, played on the Bills as a defensive end, and then decided to come back this year, and then he lost. It was in the last 20 seconds too. He was up 2-4. Um, Down block shot. He gets into the legs. You see everyone in the crowd stand up and like
Right.
wait for him. He starts turning. He gets the takedown. He's just holding them there for the last 10, 15 seconds.
Um, Having been in those positions, uh, both sides of it, where you have you're on the losing end and you have to try to get out in those 15 seconds, or if you have to hold for the win for 15 seconds, how long does it feel like when you're in it?
Well, Terminator, the one, both of them you went to,
Yeah,
you saw the both of those. My Terminator when I got second at that like big tournament,
yeah, yeah.
the couldn't hold the kid down for the last 10
Oh,
seconds.
so like I'm watching it and it's like it's like a slightly faster 15 seconds for me. But when you're in it, does it? Because like I catch you guys every once in a while looking at the clock when you can. Like,
Oh, when you're on that position and you're winning and you have to watch the clock, you like you're just staring at it at sometimes. But then
is it like is it like the slowest 15 seconds? You like you
when
like
I'm losing, no.
okay.
But when I'm holding someone down, yeah.
You're like ring the clock. I've been here for a minute.
Yeah, but when I'm down, I don't care. I just throw people when I'm losing and then I win. So
So what does this upset mean? Uh, in the world of in the world of wrestling. So what tournament was it?
Nationals,
Okay,
NCAA's.
so he was already seeded number two. So now is he now new number one?
Yeah, he won Nationals.
Right. So I know like he's like number one. I didn't know if like the ranking changes at all. For it's just like you won nationals, you're on top. So, did you watch it live or did you just watch it in the highlight?
I was asleep and then I saw it happen after. But like Gable Stevenson just steamrolled through everybody. It wasn't even funny. Big Ten championships. It's
Yeah.
the tournament before NCAAs to qualify your spot to NCAAs. Um, he just steamrolled through everybody. He got his Big Ten championship like it was nothing. I think he scored like 10 points in the finals, and you don't see that in college matches.
Do you think because he was plowing through everybody, he took the other guy like like you? If you go dominating through round after round after round, do you get to your last match like a little cocky? Do you think that was what it was, or was uh
Yeah,
just
probably
okay?
because that
So
happens to me when I'm winning a lot, and then because I've only gotten first at one tournament ever.
were you leading going into the last match and then you lose the last match, or is it always like somewhere in the middle that you lose it?
Always the last match.
Okay.
My freshman state lost in the last match. Terminator lost in the last match.
Okay. Well, the Terminator, that guy was pretty good. He was a little bit bigger.
He's a punk.
Yeah. Um, but so when you go and you start dominating and you go into like day three of wrestling, you're gonna keep your head focused.
Well, it's gonna be hard because I would have already been in Fargo
Yeah.
for like 4 days
Yeah.
before I get to wrestle even once. But then I guess yeah, my head will be in it then.
Okay. So, you excited?
Yeah.
You got a couple big trips coming. Like it's funny because on the car ride home, you're like, my summer's gone. It's all wrestling, and you're like, I'm gonna burn out. But then as we talk about it a little bit, you're like, well, all the wrestling's gonna burn out. But when you're on trips, you're like, best trip of the year. It's like a Colorado, Fargo, first time going to nationals. So obviously you're gonna be riding some highs on both of those. Uh, what are you gonna do when you burn out? Like 2 weeks before Colorado.
Just gotta stick to it.
Is that just okay? Okay. Well, make sure you get your sleep. You've been with me long enough to know that my my attitude completely changes when I don't get enough sleep.
Mhm.
Yeah, maybe take an extra not like a not any like
We
walk
don't start practice before like you said, I think 2 weeks before Colorado. So we have that like I think 2 weeks break.
like well okay, so you're hard now through just before Colorado. Small break, realign your chakras and get your head back in the game. It's exciting. This will be the first time you fly with your team. Like this is the first time you fly for any uh like school competition. You excited to fly and like getting on a bus, pretty simple. Like you're on a bus and you sit with all these guys, but like walking through the airport, going through a whole new city.
By yourself.
Yeah, excited for all that.
Yeah. It's life experience, man. I feel like we talked about this like maybe a year ago, and I'm just like, I want some life experience.
when I when I try to give you when I was going to Uber you home.
Yeah.
Um, oh, that is some good life experience. Like, and you're well trained because you've traveled a little bit here and there. You got
Yeah.
the
Sure, my mom will drop me off probably where they don't let you in after, right? Where's that?
oh, your mom could probably walk you all the way up to the gate.
Hmm.
You're gonna let her walk you all the way to the gate. You're gonna be like, no, the team's here.
Leave me alone, mom.
Mom, just leave me on the curb. I'm a big boy. Are you gonna miss everybody? Like, do you miss mom, brother, me, Sophie, David?
Not you. Yeah, my dad.
like,
No,
do you ever get homesick?
if I'm gone for 18 days and
Oh,
a
I don't.
month,
Well, to be
yes.
fair, you never been gone for 18 days. Not only is this this will be the longest you.
But I'll see my mom in Fargo.
Is she officially going to go?
Yeah.
Okay. Does she know what day she's going?
Um, she's flying in the morning, I think, or afternoon, like the noon, morning to noon. Comes in, and then they rented like I think an Airbnb, and they're gonna come to the Fargo Dome for each event. I don't think Greco. I think they might be leaving before that.
Right, because it went because like you said, you don't rest until day 4, right? And then you got the 3 days of that, and then you go into the second style, and then there's a whole other 7 days of that. So you think they're going to hang out for the freestyle, uh, your opening day, and hang out for a couple.
Mhm.
I go, that's cool. Are they bringing everybody? David, your brother, or just your mom?
David, brother.
Very cool. That'll be kind of nice.
Yeah.
Um, I'm looking into it. Figure out what days I want to come up.
Like I said, I'm also just excited to sleep in a hotel room with like my friends.
Yeah, get into some shenanigans.
No, like it's late at night and you guys just all talk about something or you're all watching a movie.
Like Ted Lasso, where you guys all watch Iron Giant or a pillow fight. You guys get all like super deep, start crying. We don't talk about that. Whatever happens in Fargo stays in Fargo.
Mhm.
It's exciting, man.
I'm excited.
Big trip. So we also talked earlier. You're coming up like a year from now. You will have a permit of some kind, and you'll be driving.
Mm-hmm.
Shortly, a year from shortly, yeah. So a year from now, you'll be almost 16. What kind of car are you thinking? If you were to get a car when you turn 16, what kind of car are you thinking?
Truck.
Nice little truck, nothing crazy.
No, like I want like an older one that still works and like I can.
Like the truck like the pool guy has. Like if you're going to stereotype a pool guy, just small little thing, but
I don't want to. Yeah, I don't even need a back seat.
oh yeah, yeah, okay. So just nice. All right, you gonna let your friends ride in the back?
No, because I'll lose my license.
I don't know. I don't even know if you're allowed to do that stuff anymore.
I think you are, but not on the freeway.
And you have to be all like there was a we took a trip north, um, and while we were up there, we sat in the back for days, just driving to and from different campsites to a lake. It was just a different time back then.
Mhm.
I wonder if Nikki ever rode in the back of trucks because she was never really big on like dips, and for whatever reason, I don't know. I don't remember her. I don't remember us having a truck so much when she was older. But you like riding in the back of trucks?
Yeah.
I like it. Okay, you can barely hear stuff, but here you don't have hair anymore. But all right, so 16. Ideally, you would like.
Air conditioning, a nice radio. That's it.
All right, um, but you would like a truck. Now, what happens if you get said truck and we're like, you have to work? Do you try to balance work, school, and wrestling? Nothing crazy. Like, let's call it like 20 hours a week. Like, nothing, yeah, nothing crazy. You have to give up one of your weekend days, evenings maybe, and then like pick up one or two couple hour shifts during the week. 20 hours.
Yeah, probably because if it's in around April-ish or maybe a little before, and I'm like if I qualified for nationals again, I'd take a break and work for my truck, and then
I
yeah,
think you could do that through. Um, Now, you win nationals this year. You go back next year's the repeat.
for free.
You go back for free if you win the thing.
If you're an All-American,
Nice.
if you're top like I think if you're top six or top four, you get there for free.
There we go.
You don't have to qualify or anything.
All right, so you get your cool invite back. There you go. That pays for half of your course. um, so if you're all American and you're dominating, do you sacrifice the? You're going to get your license regardless. Do you sacrifice the truck and the job to focus on the wrestling, or do you try to go all American with truck with job?
I don't know yet.
All right. I mean, it's 2 years. It's a year and a half away. It's all right. No, that's fair. Because you said nobody on your wrestling team works right now, right?
Like a couple people,
You know what they do?
restaurants and stuff.
Okay. All right. Are you gonna be bummed if we're like, you're all American, you're not working, we're just gonna get you. You can just borrow mom's car. You're down here, you can borrow dad's car.
My mom, you guys have great cars. I wouldn't care.
Okay. Even though it's not, you don't have one for yourself.
I would want one for myself,
I know.
but
Like, I know we've talked a little bit about it. I talked to your mom when we were uh, settling up on your nationals trip, and I'm like, he's got a car coming soon. She's like, oh my god, I know. Uh, we have talked about it. We still got some time, so I don't think either of us are stressing about it yet. But it's one of those things where like, you can get the car, but gas and insurance, just that little bit where you got to pull your weight a little bit if you were to get your own. Would be interesting. It would see. I worked through high school, but obviously didn't have any extracurriculars other than being just a douche. Um, Ran and worked, I think, all the way through uh, high school, and then Nikki worked a bunch through college. Nikki and I used to work together. Did you know that?
mm-mm.
Yeah, day job. She used to work over there.
Oh,
Yeah, it was crazy. So it's not impossible to do, but it's interesting. We'll see. I'm curious to see what the next like year and a half looks like. I'm excited. You're doing all kinds of cool stuff. Sophie's going to like school this year. Like,
what happens when I just say growth spurt and I'm taller than you?
all right, let's play both scenarios. If you're taller than me, oh, here's I wouldn't mind if you're taller than me, but I know that you're going to be a total asshole about it. like all the time.
Mm.
Like when I was in my teens and my 20 somethings, like I give my dad a hard time, be like, oh, look at you, little man.
Well, you're like very taller, so much taller than your dad can
Yeah.
be.
Are you gonna be mean?
I'm just gonna like play with your ears.
Well, like you're gonna do everything big people do to little people. Um, I will accept it. I won't like it, but on the other side, what happens when you're not taller than me, and I obviously will keep bringing it up. Oh, hey, little Julie. Oh yeah, Liam's girlfriend. This guy used to think he was gonna be bigger than me. Look how tiny he is. Is that why you don't bring your girlfriends over?
Mm.
All right.
I have none. I have had no girls go to my house, and I've never been to a girl's house.
No.
No, I don't feel like it.
Focus, man. You got careers. What would happen as a freshman if you went All American and you went All American 4 years? Like, do you almost get like not your pick of schools, but a bunch of schools like looking at you? Like,
Mm.
can you get good scholarships for wrestling?
Mm. Kid got paid $1 million. Wrestle for Penn State.
That's crazy. Would you go to Penn State?
Absolutely,
Who has the best wrestling program in the country?
Penn State.
Who would be second?
Probably Iowa.
Those are the Buckeyes on the football side.
On both sides,
I don't know. All right.
and probably Oklahoma.
And then what? And then so if you're All American, so could you go All American like 8 years in a row, like through high school through college?
Not through college.
What are they? What?
Oh well, yeah. If
Yeah.
you're like, then you're just be the most dominant wrestler of all time.
Have you ever even thought about that?
No,
Like the idea of like I was like I'll be on top,
I've only ever thought of winning a state title.
and you took second.
Well, like the actual
Yeah, yeah.
AIA one.
What happens to you at school? You come back national champion. Like, do they write an article on you in the paper?
We don't have a paper, Dad.
You don't have a school paper?
We have I think that our principal sends out every Sunday, and it's like the Rattler Review.
Okay.
Well,
So,
you can cut that out.
uh,
Review.
yeah.
They call it the Review on Sunday.
23. But will he write about you?
Yeah, most likely. To own a national title, it's a big deal.
You get a banner or anything like this?
A plaque that's like this big.
Oh, because you're not going as a school, you're going as like a quasi individual.
For wrestling for Team Arizona. Yeah.
Right. So they would be like, they'd recognize you for what you've done, but your school doesn't get the acknowledgement. So you don't get the banner in the gymnasium. All right.
If I ever win something, though, I'll put it in our wrestling room, probably.
Okay. That's be cool. I'm excited.
I'm excited.
Yes, you can be more excited. um, yeah. Worst case, we're gonna do the viewing party. We're gonna sign up for it. Figure it out.
Just boat to North Dakota.
Boat there? Yeah.
Start going now on a kayak.
Yeah. No. No, my school schedule's all jacked up, man. Um, we'll see. We'll see. You excited to go back to school?
Oh, God, no.
You're so close to being done, and you're just like, I just wish it was over.
Until I get back to school and I'm like having fun with my friends.
Like, you got 6 more weeks of this thing. Like, that's crazy that you're almost like, do you ever? So I do want to do with the Z still, right? Alice is 2 months away from being completely done with school.
She's senior?
She's a senior. Um, Dean, he's the same place you are, freshman. He's kind of looking at colleges and stuff, or like he's trying to figure out when to start looking for colleges and stuff. So like when mentally prepared to like physically preparing for college and stuff. So, um, but you're you're 25% done with high school, man.
Yeah,
Is it going by fast for you?
this year went by crazy fast. Looking back at it now, it went by crazy fast. During, it was the slowest year of my life.
Right. But just looking backwards, you're like, where did it all go?
It felt like literally yesterday. I was going to practice for the junior high kids. Not for me, but like at
Yeah.
the beginning of the year in August. That was almost a year ago already.
Oh. What do you do um, to remember all the cool things that you do this year? Like, because it's going so fast. We don't necessarily always like me. I have the benefit of podcasting every week, live shows, mind pockets. So I got like 6 hours a week worth of recordings, so that I can kind of track my whole year. I can literally track. What do you? Are there any things that you do? Because we don't always talk about what's going on. So
I have Instagram posts.
okay,
They're all scheduled. National qualifier, season recap, state recap, hang out with friends, homecoming, junior high, the little championship, junior high season, Colorado, state, random wrestling tournament, Terminator, hang out with friends, tournament, season recap.
the hang out with friends, are they typically always after some said tournament, or
Those are the best hangouts.
do you have any hangouts that are not wrestling related?
Yeah.
Like, do you have any pictures of that? I'm just curious. Like, there's like by all means, like, I'm not suggesting that you should, but I'm just curious. Do you have anything to track? Like when we have like random weekends, do you have anything to like remember any of those?
No.
Just whatever podcast that day.
Yeah.
All right. I was curious because I I talked to a buddy of mine, Mike, um, on Monday. We didn't record anything, but just talked to him. Haven't seen him in like 18 years. He used to live in this house with me. All right. He didn't live in the house. When I bought the house, he was here like 90% of the time, but they always hung out in the garage. Like no one ever came in the house. Um, but I haven't seen him in like 18 years, and we kind of just were playing catch up a little bit, and like we remember a bunch of stuff, but I was kind of like, we don't have any pictures. We don't have. There's nothing uh, right now to prove that him and any of the other guys that were here that we did anything for those like those 2.5 years from like '04 to like early '06 or '07. So I don't know. I was just curious because I was obviously, they don't get really nostalgic about everything. So I'm like, you need to take pictures of everything, but you don't have to. But I was just curious on what you guys do. Like, how do kids remember the good old days?
Yeah. Well, now that we all have phones, it's like easy to remember now.
All right, fair enough. Fair enough. What else is going on? Anything exciting between now and the end of the year? Are you gonna graduate? You're gonna pass everything?
I'm not gonna say hopefully because it's a must. I
Yeah.
can't redo any classes.
Okay. No summer school?
Not yet.
Okay. When you get closer to like your let's go like the junior year, your so that'll be what next year?
Yeah, after that.
Say the summer between junior and senior year. At that point, you get you place in a couple of these big tournaments. You start really looking into what colleges you want to start going to. Do you take this like the do you take a couple like a summer school class to try to keep ahead of like your prerequisites and stuff?
I already talked to my school counselor about that, about doing my last math class
Uh-huh.
in that junior to senior year, so I don't have to take math my
Your senior year.
yeah, and then so I can have my three electives where I can get my world language done and my because you need to have you have to have 1 year physical education. You need to have 1 year in it's like fine arts and something. It's like world experience or like class or something or whatever. And then I won't have to take science senior year. I don't think.
Are you going to try to get a shorter senior year, and like that's why you would go to the summer school, or would you try to keep the full load so that way you got your first semester of college out of the way?
Full, full.
Okay, maybe take a class for summer, just because you're driving, you can get to and from.
Hmm.
It's cool that you've thought about it that far. Like you're 2 years ahead. Do you notice any of the other kids thinking about college yet?
Yeah. No, not really, actually.
Like enough that they're like, yeah, I would like to go, and then that's it. Have you ever like mapped it out outside of other than just some of the classes that you want to take out away from your senior year?
I know I want to take psychology with my coach again,
Yeah,
just because I want to be in his class.
right, right.
And then I'll have the weightlifting class. No EVIT. I don't like EVIT. Anything in there. Um, like I said, my world language, and then my
Uh,
other stuff.
I know we've touched base on it a couple of times, but you're legit set on educator for your post high school. That's what you want to study for is educator. What kind of education?
I think social studies teacher.
Okay, so do you know what kind of like degree you need? So like a degree in like some kind of like history, something ish.
Something, yeah, probably.
Okay, and then what grades would you want to teach?
Ninth.
Like early high school, like junior high, high school.
That or seniors.
So you would want to work in a high school. Would you go back to the high school that you're at, or would you
That's
what?
the plan.
Nice.
I already talked to my coach. He said if I came back, I could be probably a head coach. So,
All right, that's 6 years away, 7 years away. That's not too bad. We got a fucking bunch of educators in this. Well, yeah, that's exciting. You got that. It's good to know you got that mapped out or ideaed.
mhm.
Anything else going on? I thought I had one more thing. I'm half stalling because I thought I had one more area to go to, and I don't remember. You got birthdays coming up. You excited for birthdays?
Yeah.
You got that trip, man. You got your boys' trip.
Yeah.
You excited for that? Are the boys excited?
Yeah.
Are they all like,
Well, because it's gonna be amazing because we're gonna order a UFC pay-per-view and we're all just gonna chill in this like cabin. It's just hanging out. It's like a big hangout, but for like 2 days.
you're gonna frat boy it out? Like,
Well, no.
oh man, you got all because because you're gonna have your own cabin. So is there gonna be a certain level of
One
distance?
cabin.
Huh? Also one cabin. Okay.
I can sleep 12, and there's only I think 10 of us going.
We're gonna do one like Braden's like wanting to hang out with you and all the boys.
You sure?
Braden, these are
As,
my friends.
as long as he doesn't try and fight them, because that's what he always does. My brother likes to try and fight my friends when they're over, to try and prove that he's like big.
Well, he wants to be like his brother.
He like full force punches my friends.
And do they like we're gonna like if he keeps it up, we're gonna if he wants to play real, we'll play real.
No, they just
Okay.
keep grabbing a hold. They grab a hold of him and they just don't let him go.
They all really cool with your brother?
Yeah.
All right. I like that. Okay. I don't think I ever I know he loves the wrestling tournaments. watching you. I'm just trying to think of like what it looks like when you have like a small gathering and your brother's there. Like,
Yeah,
does he want to be a part of the
yeah,
group? Yeah,
always. He doesn't want to hang out with mom and dad. He wants to hang out with the
right.
cool wrestling
It's kind
friends.
of like,
Is it okay in your age? Because there's a senior going to my birthday party,
okay.
and like, would that be weird back then, or is that just weird in general? A senior going to a freshman's birthday party?
No, not if no. Um, because you're on a team. No, not weird.
No, okay,
It's all camaraderie. But if it was just like some punk ass freshman who just happens to have a class with the senior, no. Uh, it depends a little bit because I hung out with. I think he was a senior when I was a freshman. I know he was at least 2 years ahead of me. Uh, but I used to go to his house, hang out with him for a little bit. Then I became friends with his sister, and then he hated me because I was hanging out with his sister more than him. But uh, obviously, sister over boy, duh.
of course, of course.
Do any of your friends have like cute sisters?
That's not your business, Dad.
Dill. Great. Everybody, that's a yes. What else is going on? Okay. Um, your mom. Do you think your mom's gonna be? Because your mom's really excited about taking you guys up there. Like she really is. Um, if she wants to be like, do you think she's gonna be in there like catering to you guys a bunch, or do you think she kind of takes a step back and let you kind of just do your thing?
Takes a step back. The only thing is we have a curfew
Okay.
and no drinking, but we are not going to drink anyways.
All right. Ooh, do you guys like, not you, but when you have some of these outings, go to some of these friends' houses or these parties, are there underage drinking? Like
Never been to a party,
you've never been to a party?
and no, because my friends are all wrestlers, and if our coach found out that they were drinking, they're kicked off the team.
Okay.
So
I'm just kind of curious on what groups are underage drinking.
the football team,
Yeah, that tracks. A bunch of Neanderthals. Can you take a can uh who's stronger, football players or wrestlers?
wrestlers, all the way,
Because you're working all of it, whereas they're just working on like leg speed or blocking upper,
whatever they're doing.
right?
They're probably stronger, but we're probably more conditioned.
Okay, fair. Uh, is there? I get you might be all you're all friends. I would assume, but is there like playful competition? Like do you guys walk around thinking you're better than football players, and football players walk around thinking they're better than wrestlers?
Absolutely,
Is there any beef or anything, or is it always just kind of just like
there's always
playful?
beef. There's always beef.
Oh, does anybody cross over and work both? Okay,
Those kids are always the nicest kids, though. So
right, because they get to play both sides.
mm.
Yeah, the birthday is going to be exciting. What are we doing for your birthday? Or well, all of our birthdays on this side of town at the end of the month.
um, what game?
We're gonna do some field day. You had some really cool ideas today. Thank you for helping uh, plan a couple of events and the structure of said games.
Mm-hmm.
So, in theory, we're doing kids versus parents or kids versus adults. Okay. Now, if we do this, do we go 5-5?
What do
And
you
then,
mean?
so, because like, does Kelly Megan play? Nikki Edwin play?
Sure.
Sandy? So we might be slightly over, like, they might not be even teams. You'd be okay with that?
Yeah. Okay.
Knowing what games we have coming, do you think you guys as younger and kids have an advantage
No.
in any event?
We'll win tic-tac-toe and we'll win.
Sack race?
Yeah. The others will lose.
All right. You, twins,
JJ.
JJ, Sophie, tug of war. How many adults can you beat?
You.
So can you beat two adults?
No, you'd actually probably still beat me.
One on one, I'd beat you for days.
I can
Like,
beat the Nikki Sandy duo.
you think so?
Maybe. No, don't quote me on that. No, probably not. I don't really know. That's why it's going to be a surprise.
So I'm curious. Like, do we? Okay, so do we? Because I really want to do tug of war. So this one is the one you're gonna have to give me. So do we line up the five kids and you guys pull just me, and then we bring another adult and we just keep going until we find out how many adults you guys can take down? So you guys would technically, you might have to tug of war three times, but at least that way you know you're like, all right, this is the cap.
I hurt myself. We're nationals.
How do you explain that to your coach? Uh, my dad and I were playing tug of war, and I owned him. And in my victory dance, I twisted my ankle. It's gonna be fun. Okay, are there any gifts or anything that you're looking forward to, or that you would want, ideally?
The all I'm getting from my mom's side is I think the Last of Us PlayStation controller.
Just the controller, so the $70 controller.
I'm not gonna take it out of the box.
Oh, you leave it. Oh, you get that from me?
Yeah.
Of like mint in box,
My mom's gonna be like, "Why don't you play with it? Because it's beautiful and pretty, and I don't
right?
want to ruin it."
Like it's a shelf item now. I'll have my dad buy me another one. I'll use to play, or we'll buy one secondhand, used. The new series is coming out.
It's gonna be garbage.
You still gonna watch it though?
No, probably not.
No.
It'll ruin the game for me.
All right. We'll see. We'll see. What do you think about on this side? What do you want on this side?
Mm, heavy bag.
You gonna go out there and have your bag with me? So,
I'll have the bag out there myself.
all right. So today, still part of spring break. Today was a really interesting day. You got to relax. Sophie and I went to the park. Came back. She passed out. You passed out. Like for 20 minutes, everybody was asleep. Like like I don't think we've ever had a day where all three of us were asleep.
Mm.
Um, so knowing that the summer's coming up, which is always good because then we're sweating some more stuff out, right? You today, I mean, obviously we were all flakes. Do you commit to doing a hour workout with me every week?
Yeah.
Like what are we doing? We're gonna go to mom's, but before we go to mom's, we're gonna punch around a little bit, take a couple showers, go to dinner.
Yeah.
Uh, I get out there, I ride the bike a little bit. I still can't do a pull up, man. I really want to do a pull up by the end of the year. That's my goal. 2 pull ups. I used to do like 6, like as a kid. I want to be able to do monkey bars.
You can do monkey bars.
I can't do monkey bars.
You can't?
I can't. I can't hang. I can hang, but I can't. Dude, it's like the weirdest thing in the world.
Well, because you're holding more now.
Yeah. But like it's the weirdest thing because I was a very like
Athletic, active kid.
I was very and now I'm just like it's a piece of crap. Like you could tell that all I do all day is sit for work.
When you lose like 20 pounds, just cut your hair and then just go full boss mode.
Whoa. Sophie said we asked her, would you what happens if I shaved?
Oh no.
You hate it. I know you always have. But like we wonder, like, she says it would be okay, but like, would it really be okay? She's gonna be like, no, no, that face is round. You fat, round face man.
No, I feel like when you lose 20, like if you lose like around 40, 20 pounds in between there, you lose like your belly, and then you should just cut your hair.
Just reinvent myself a little bit. Do I shave then if I cut my hair?
You might not grow the hair back. You need some hair on your body.
All right. Short like yours?
You won't look as good as me, but
No. Or do I just go slightly like 90s
how
hair?
how you were when you were with my mom.
Okay. All right. We'll see. Probably not. Like I keep saying that. Nikki's donated her hair like 3 times since you were 2 when I last time I donated my hair.
And you should donate your hair again for Whimsy.
Yeah, but I didn't make you work for it if we're gonna do it for Whimsy. Be like like we have to come up with like a quiz or something and be like winner cuts their hair.
I'm always down to cut my hair, so
You ever go short again like we did that one
yeah,
day?
it was pretty short.
It was fucking wicked short. You liked it. Your mom fucking like lost her mind. Whatever. It grows back.
It was like a 2 on the sides,
It was 2 all over. You just went 2 everywhere. It was
just like all of it off.
pick it.
We've had the same haircuts since I was little because I had my bowl cut, and then I had my bowl cut like hair recently.
Uh-huh.
I liked my long hair.
Did you like long hair and mullet, or
Oh, looking at the mullet now, I hated it. I
but
don't know why I didn't cut it sooner.
you enjoyed longer hair, just not shaved on the sides.
No, like how my hair was before I buzzed it.
Oh, okay. Okay. Shaggy.
Then I need to hit a villain arc. And then if I had long hair, I wouldn't have qualified for Fargo. That's just how it is.
Yeah. Do you have any superstitions when you wrestle? Like, do you keep like, you like, I don't change my socks all season, or like, I have to get a haircut before big tournaments. You don't have any superstitions?
My singlets. I always wear the my blue singlet on important tournaments
Uh-huh.
and home tournaments, and then the red and black one on away and not so important tournaments.
Could you wear your blue all the time? Okay, but you like to separate home versus away, important versus whatever's.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get a national singlet?
Yeah, it's so cool too when you see it.
Is it
It's Route 66 themed, and it's super cool. New
nice?
York had Ghostbusters last year, so we took Route 66, Route 66, whatever.
Nice. You only get one? You got 2, 3?
They had the black, the white last year.
All right. Sing it.
And what happens is like your my head coach lets us trade singlets with other
Schools.
states.
Oh yeah, I guess the states. But
It's not school stuff.
I know, my bad. Sorry.
And that's how like some of my friends have New York and Florida and New Jersey singlets.
How does one broker this deal? Like, you guys wrestle somebody and be like, "Hey, man, good job on trade singlets."
You guys are all around. You see people around and they're like, hey, I want your singlet,
Okay.
and then you trade.
You trade, but you only trade the extras, right? Because you still need to keep your one. Okay.
I don't know how it works, but we'll see.
It's like new Pokemon cards. You're like, I got these 2 cool singlets. You're like, where's your shoes? You're like, don't worry about it. Don't worry about my shoes. Are you gonna hit me up that I need $50 for a
Oh,
singlet?
100% yes. I'm
Dad.
gonna ask for my mom's because in Colorado I spend it's usually an actual like the ticket price like the ticket the fee for going, and then you might spend around like $300 to $400 extra for food because your coach doesn't provide you food
Right.
besides like a couple days. You go to grocery stores and stuff, and you eat out with your friends, and
Yeah,
this whole
that's exciting, man. Uh, well, we are excited for you to go to nationals. Your schedule will be a little bit janky this summer, but we're going to get you in here
some
when we
days,
can.
yeah.
Uh, we'll take into account break weeks where you're like, I could come, but I don't want to because I've been gone for
That'll probably
15
be
days.
the week in between
Yeah.
Colorado and
But I think we even have said like maybe I just come out and just take you out to dinner or something. Just like, that way we get to see you for half a day. Um, I got a cousin that lives out there. Maybe we just pick you up, go over there and say hi real quick, and then send you home. Just because, just knock it out, boom. You get to flex a little bit.
or you can go to my grandma's house,
Yeah,
see her.
I'd love to, man.
She lives 5 minutes down the road from me.
That's awesome. Like my grandma. Like grandma's just like coming back, hanging out with everybody, like living close. All right. You guys, you excited for going back to Tessie Town in 2 weeks?
Whimsy.